Hey there guys, it is Joe here today for AeternoUK once again, and welcome to episode number 2 of the F1 2014 Community Career Mode, hopping back into our Force India for the Malaysian Grand Prix off the back of a points finish in Australia. And without further ado, I'll hand you over for qualifying.
Hey guys, welcome to Sepang International Circuit for the F1 2014 Malaysian Grand Prix. And of course, I am not Joe, my name's Anthony, or ATBHD, as most people know me on YouTube and Twitter, etc. But today that is not the issue, and we're going to go see how Joe does in his qualifying session as a setup I gave him. As you can see though, we're on the PC, so you get all the nice hood, and everything looks very, very high definition compared to PS3, which I somehow suffer with. As we head towards the first corner then, he runs a little bit wide, misses the apex slightly, but he's going to try and meet it for the second corner. As we go down then, let's see, the Force India isn't very quick around the first couple of tracks at least, or that compared to his teammate Nico Hulkenberg, who seems to be in this patch at least, very fast. As we head towards then the second part of the sector, let's see what Joe can do. Can he try and carry as much speed as he can? Just see he suffers a little bit of understeer as we go around the final corner. Again, understeer seems to be the problem, maybe due to the setup. As you can just see, he's overheating his engine a bit, but the car statesman looks absolutely brilliant with the new mod that Joe's added for this race particular. All the way then onto the end of qualifying one. Again, let's see what Joe can do. He's had to go onto the option tyres. I think this is the option tyres. Indeed, it is the option tyres. And let's see what Joe can do. Unfortunately, he has to go to the options. He just hasn't got the pace, at least in the car. I know Joe's a quick guy, but he just doesn't seem to have the pace in the car, which is totally understandable because the Force India I've seen, for example, Noble 2909 struggling in this car. So it does prove this car can be a challenge on this game, that it does suffer with a lot of understeer. As you can just see, Joe is suffering there. But all the way then onto the end of Q1 with only 5 seconds to go. Joe gets up into P10 and goes down to P12 there. Out qualifying his teammate for that particular round, and Pastor Maldonado is one of the short exits. As you expect, the Lotus isn't quick this year. All the way then onto Q2 then, you should see he's been targeted for 11th place today, so hopefully he can get that. As you see, Magnussen sets a 139.7 and Joe only sets a 141.948. As we go on to lap 2 of Q2, you can just see he loses it, a bit of oversteer, too much oversteer, the car bites. And that's going to really affect his time, at least, to try and get into Q3 then of this session. The Vettel call up Charlie Whiting because he's just cut in front of him, and that's going to cost Joe that lap at least. So it's very unfortunate for him. He's now got a 141.2422, which isn't good as he goes down on this sector. It's raining on track. This is very unfortunate for Joe, as he's going to be suffering with less grip, and the tyre temperature will decrease dramatically as we're on to the end of lap 3, or middle of lap 3 then of his qualifying session in Q2. Joe suffering again with oversteer, but can he get into Q3? We need to find out in a second, guys. Will he get into Q3? Just no. Unfortunately, he can't because of the changeable conditions. As you can see though, he qualifies 14th, very unfortunate. Nothing he can really do is out of his hands, but he doesn't make it into Q3 for today's session. Nico Hulkenberg does, but let's see what happens. You can just see Joe is very disappointed with his results today in qualifying, and I don't blame him, to be honest. 14th on the grid, he's got to have to make up a lot in the race. He's going to hope that it is changeable conditions, and we've heard on that there is a chance of rain for tomorrow. As you can see, 92% chance of rain, but it is dry on track. So this is going to be interesting for the rest of the race. But here we are, then we're going to go into the setup, which I gave to Joe for this race. Actually, 99 wins, kind of standard really for F1 2013, since F1 2012 really. The setups have really stayed the same. As you can just see, 99 wins, 48%. Again, that really caters for personal preference. I personally like that, so I just gave that to Joe. He's going to have to suffer with that, but all the way on to balance then, you want quite a low balance. And just hopefully this will try and help him and aid him in the race today. But as you can see, 92% chance of rain. He's going to have to do a lot of making up. So he's got 1199 wins. Normally you go for 1111, but he changes down a bit there in alignment there. But yeah, that is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed my commentary, and I really can't wait to see what's going to happen in the race. He's got a lot of positions to make up, guys, so this is going to be entertaining. And I hope you guys will support Joe and his channel, and hope him to get to 2k subs. Absolutely brilliant YouTuber, so if you're new to the channel, go subscribe now. And I'm going to hand you over in a second to the race as we're going to head to the grid now. The race engineer is giving it all clear. What can Joe do in the race? It's going to be a fantastic race, guys, and I hope you all enjoyed my commentary. My name is ATBHD or Anti-Sava, and I'll see you guys in next video of Joe's, or whenever we get to do a commentary again. So I'll hand you over now. Cheers, guys.
I've got to say a huge thank you to Anton for that qualifying report. Make sure you go and check out his channel, but let's see whether his setup works, because it's 5 lights and away we go for the Malaysian Grand Prix. From 14th position we get an awful start, just like Australia, getting mugged left, right and centre. Already down into 16th place, but we're going to knock it into standard fuel mixture, because it looks as if Rich really killed us off the start line as we plough into turn 1. Already up into 10th place, got our teammate on our inside, and we've got a Mercedes and 2 Ferraris going at it. And now it's just carnage everywhere as we run up to turn 4. And it looks as if maybe Hamilton's getting squeezed out by 2 Ferraris, or a Ferrari and a Williams, and we get them down the inside for P5. Can you believe it? And come lap 3, we're struggling, just put it that way. Look how far Raikkonen is in the distance. You can't even see him. And no surprise that Felipe Massa has overtaken us. The pace once again just doesn't seem to be there in this Force India. We did some R&D tests in practice, which did get us some tyre wear upgrades. So hopefully that can help us in this race. Because now it's starting to rain and we're not sure when it's going to be time to switch over to intermediate conditions, as we're down into P7 and that turns into P9, but we plough into turn 1 to try and hold position. It is raining now and the first sector is absolutely sodden at the moment. We're trying to just get as much grip as possible, but our teammates passed us. We're sliding even in 5th gear, which is insane really to think. And we've got Kevin Magnussen looking down our inside. Our teammate has gone into the distance. Hopefully that's not the last we'll see of him though. And even John-Eric Verne's getting past us. It's totally demoralising. The Toro Rosso, which is meant to be far inferior, much inferior. I'm sounding like a Doge now. But yeah, it's meant to be a lot more inferior to our Force India. And the tyres are going cold come the start of lap 7. We're going to maybe make a move on Jean-Eric Vergne, but look at the rain down at turn 1 and 2. Our tyres are stone cold, and we're just going to try and stay with it, to be honest. We're just going to try and do whatever we can to stop this Force India from wheel spinning. And come lap 8, this is our scheduled lap to pit on. Obviously, Anton should have given me a strategy, but seeing as there was a 92% chance of rain, I told him to forget about that because I'll make the strategy on the fly. I was expecting it to rain at the start, and if it didn't, in the first couple of laps. But yeah, we're here on lap 8. It still isn't time for inters. Everyone else is coming in. We're going to stay out for a couple of laps. Kevin Magnussen has passed us and he's going to stay out. And come the start of lap 9, we've made a couple of positions up on people pitting. And then there's Sebastian Vettel who's made his pit stop. He's on the dry tyres. The AI have gone full out, well, stupidity. It really is. And the start of lap 9, already the tyres are just going to be so cold. And Magnussen has somehow found some grip around the outside. We're going to hold it down the inside and maybe get the position off him. Running side by side with Magnussen, we throw a hand up, but luckily we hold the position. And now we've got, who's that? Is that Jenson Button trying to get past us? Or no, it isn't. It's Magnussen. We're sliding all over the place. And this last sector is exactly the same as the first sector. But the thing was, the middle sector was so dry that there was no way that we could go on intermediates in that sector because we'd lose so much time. And yeah, we decided to stay out for at least one more lap. Felipe Massa is mugging us around the outside of that corner. But come the end of lap 10, we decide it is time to change over onto the intermediates. We cannot be doing with this anymore. And hopefully it's just about the right time. The tyres in the middle sector were starting to get a little bit cold. So the logic is that if we wait another lap, then it might sort of improve for us, if you like. So we're coming into our pit box now for our first stop of the day. We've gone 2 laps further than the AI on some tyres, which you would not have seen in F1 2013, put it that way. And we are, I believe, the first to go on to intermediates. So this is going to be interesting to see. We've got Jean-Eric Vergne behind us, so we've managed to jump him in the pits, and we are already up to P6, with some cars ahead of us also not pitting. Hopefully we can get the jump on Massa, and come the end of lap 16, we've got now Lewis Hamilton on our tail. That Mercedes so OP, as we know. And this last sector really is getting towards full wet conditions now. Hamilton has mugged us around the outside, and our engineer told us actually about a lap ago that the rain is going to be stopping in 15 minutes time, which is going to be about the end of the race. Hamilton, is he peeling off into the pit lane? He is. They're going on to another set of intermediates because theirs are obviously going off. I'm feeling fine on these intermediates, and once again we're going on the alternate strategy. And this, this is what I love about these 50% races. It just makes it a little bit more strategic. And as you can see, these are full wet conditions, but we're going to try and bear it, as by the end of lap 17 we've got Felipe Massa on a fresh set of intermediates who's going to be coming past us. We've seen a lot of myself and him in this race so far. We're going to maybe try and lunge it up the inside and see how that goes, but we're jockeying the car to say the least. And wow, you can see that the rain is maybe just starting to subside a little bit. But we managed to just about get the move done on Massa. Oh no, he's gone past us. Oh my word, we're literally wheel spinning everywhere. Lap 20, it's time for us to put on another set of intermediates. So a 3.7 second pit stop should do us just fine. Obviously pitting one less times than the AI, because they should hopefully be coming in 1 or 2 laps time. We're not sure whether it is going to dry up by the end of the race though. You can see that the rain is stopping, and even at turn 1 it's starting to dry up just a little bit. Our rear tyres are a lot warmer than they were a few laps ago, and now we've really got to go. It really is hammer time for us now. And come the start of lap 21, we've got Adrian Sutil going slowly. We pass him, as we should, seeing as he's in a Sauber. But this grid is just so messed up at the moment. Nobody is really in their proper positions. And now lap 23, the AI decided it's time to put on another set of intermediates. But as you guys can see, it is drying up on the track. So we believe, and we've gambled on the fact that it's going to be dry tyres in a couple of laps' time. We're already up to P7, and that's Lewis Hamilton just ahead of us in P6. And come lap 24, we're just going to YOLO it. We've got nothing to lose. Button's a long way back. Actually, no, he isn't. What am I on about? But we're going to YOLO it anyway, and maybe try and get a few more points. Because I think if we stay on the inters, that's probably quite a dangerous call. So we're just going to stick on the option tyres for 4 laps, 5 laps. And it is going to be a sprint to the end. None of the AI have done that strategy. As you can see, our teammate is up there. We're nearly lapping him. And he was ahead of us at one point in the race. So he's had an absolute disaster. He's had a mare at some point. But look at this at turn 1. We can't get the car turned in. It's so cold on the tyres. But as you can see, we've got a dry line starting to appear. And we're just not getting onto that dry line, which we should have done. And, wow, we've been unlapped by a Marussia and a Sauber. Oh, that's Sutil getting past us once again. And hopefully the second sector should be kind to us as the Marussia moves out the way. We get past him. And now, hopefully, this middle sector, as you can see, it's nice and dry. And as we come through here, just look how much more speed we've got than Sutil. We've even got into the back of him, which is quite remarkable. But anyway, we've taken P11 off Sutil. And I'm hoping that isn't the last position we take, as we're taking some beautiful lines through this middle sector, easing it onto the gas. And come the start of lap 26, the AI even have decided it is also time to come onto some option tyres. But have we made any gains? We're still in P7, but we've given ourselves a bit more of a gap, I suppose. And I believe that none of the cars ahead of me have actually pitted, which is very, very strange. And they haven't. Start of lap 27, it is time to jump Lewis Hamilton to 6th position. And now the end of the race has come. We've got Valtteri Bottas behind us, so Hamilton has dropped back further. Daniel Ricciardo has won the race. But now, once again, the final corner, it's me and Bottas, just like in Australia. He's passed us round the inside, but we're hopefully going to hold it round the outside. Can we get the traction? Just about. We've once again taken points off Valtteri Bottas. An amazing 6th position. Purely on strategy, not on pace whatsoever have we got that. Our teammates had a mare. and we have brought home 8 points for Force India. A brilliant result. We're a long way off the lead, but more importantly, we are now, well, we're sitting 9th in the driver's standings. So, yeah, hope you guys have really enjoyed this video. Once again, a huge thank you to Anthony. Make sure you check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description. If you guys have stayed this far, then why don't drop a like? Hope you really enjoyed it. I'll join you in Bahrain, where we've got another guest commentator. But, yeah, until next time, guys, enjoy these podium celebrations. Enjoy these just general celebrations in the garage. I've been Joe for AeternoUK, and on behalf of Anthony, I'd like to thank you all for watching this episode. Bye-bye.